Hey there, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to episode 195 of the Building in Public series. Today is going to be our Saturday update, and interestingly enough, we don't actually have much to go through today because we haven't actually been up to much. On this day in public, we've literally just been sort of relaxing, chilling with family, getting a lot of things done around the house and just in general. And yeah, it's really interesting because in the whole 195 days of doing this, I suppose this is the first time I've really had any time off, which is pretty interesting. Obviously, I'm not going to get used to it because this is the sort of thing that we want to build here. We want to try and make things happen. We want to try and keep progressing things and keep pushing things. And I think sort of today's episode is just going to be a little bit of a reflection on what's happened in the 195 days we've been doing this. Where we started to where we are now. It's pretty mental. We don't really talk much about the growth that we've had in the business because we kind of just let that happen, and we just sort of let it grow, and then we just grow with it basically. But we've had a very, very good year so far. I mean, I think if all goes to plan, it will be either next week or next month now that we'll hit our highest MRR, which is monthly recurring revenue to date, which is will be nice. And it's just one of those we just want to continue growing. We want to we want to just keep it moving because that's one thing I suppose when it comes to provide, and the sort of reason why I started this, right? It wasn't to just do, but I didn't want it to be just like another 9 to 5, right? I wanted to grow with it and be able to do what I wanted to do on my own terms, right? But obviously, look, we still work quite a lot, I won't lie, but I got to be honest with you, I tell my clients this all the time, right? I wouldn't change what I do now for anything else because this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, it's just nice to reflect on it, nice to sort of see where we started to where we are now. We've met a lot of amazing people in the past 6, 7 months, and they're really going to help us grow business wise and just in general with like our connections and everything. Like we've met a lot of really cool people, and yeah, to be honest, I'm really excited to see what happens, not just for the series in general, because we've still got what now, like another 150 odd episodes or something like that. Let me see what we've got on. 165 to go here. 195. Yeah, sorry, we've got another 170 episodes to go. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be interesting what happens between now and that 170, because what you're going to see during these episodes as well, especially near the winter months, we might be having more conversations like this. I don't know, but during the winter months is usually when things slow down. So it's going to be interesting documenting that this year, because like don't get me wrong, I haven't documented everything around the business because I don't want to get into like the details of how much we earn properly and everything like that. But what you'll notice is that around this time now and everything, this is when it gets busy, and then during the winter months is when it starts to get quiet. So it's going to be interesting how we handle that. But we've still got 170 days left, so who knows? Something crazy might happen in these 170 days. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting one. And yeah, guys, to be honest with you, like I said, that's really all we've got for the Saturday update. We haven't done much today, and yeah, hopefully tomorrow we can give you a bit more of a update on what we're going to do for the rest of the week, and yeah, go from there. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for your time today, and I will see you tomorrow for episode 196. Cheers. Bye for now.